Hello, weary travelers of the internet, 'tis I, Mac the Steampunk Queen. Really quick, I want to start off this video and say thank you to all who wished me a happy birthday on my last video. You truly made my special day even better, and I hope you know you're awesome. Alright, back to the original video. This drawing I did is some of the original characters I did when I was in high school, and moving forward. To help myself focus in class, it would not be uncommon for me to be at my desk, doodling on my notes or sketching out something new in my sketchbook. Because of this, I got really creative with some of the designs, and I let my mind go a little wild whenever I came up with a new character. What's crazy is that I have so many more characters. Some forgotten, others not completely solidified in their design. If you guys are on the internet as often as I am, you might have come across the artist trend where creators are challenged to have an OC that has no trauma whatsoever. And I would 100% fail this challenge. All these characters have a story that makes them for who they are. And I'd like to argue that a good backstory with a little bit of sorrow and trauma makes for a great character arc. But of course, that is just my opinion. Please take it with a grain of salt. The very first character I came up with is Nebula. Like her name, her hair is a brightly colored galaxy, and she lives alone in the cosmos. I cannot remember her full backstory, but I'm sure if I did some digging in my old sketchbooks, I'd be able to find it. But it's also very likely that I might change it, and that happened to a lot of the characters in this piece. Nebula was my first introduction to creating characters. I really enjoyed it, and I still do. With the animated O'Connor series that I'm working on, I'm always trying to figure out how the characters should look and interact with each other. Original characters help me not only push my creativity in art, but also help me with writing stories that contribute to their appearance, why they are posed a certain way, how they even smile. It's the small details that make the bigger picture even better. You might notice that each character also has their own color palette, and I actually did that on purpose. I find that really helps with their design overall to make them visually appealing, and oddly enough, it makes it easier to write a short story about them. For example, the character who's sitting on the right and looking angry, her name is Medusa, and when I was in high school, my best friend and I came up with characters that were a part of Slenderman's proxy. I know, very cringe. I was a very cringe high schooler. But her name, Medusa, contributed a lot to her final look, and her backstory for that matter. One of my older videos actually has a small animated short on her backstory, and compared to her current design, she looks very different. However, that's art for ya. It's never perfect every time. Hopefully, in the future, I'll have graphic novels and animations that bring these characters to life. Of course, with the announcement of the misadventures of the O'Connors, that project is taking up most of my time. I have my whole life ahead of me to continue creating, drawing, writing, and animating, though. And I only hope to bring comfort and maybe joy to those who enjoy what I do here, because making other people happy is something that makes me very happy. I actually had a whole lot of fun creating this art piece, and I'd love to do more of a deep dive on their backstories. So if that's of interest to you, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I love reading them and hearing back from you. It also helps me understand what I need to change to make these videos more enjoyable. Thank you all so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. If you liked the video, please feel free to like it. Comment down below which design was your favorite, and subscribe if you're interested in the content I create. Again, thank you so much for staying, and until we meet again, weary traveler, stay safe out there on the internet.